Hey, welcome back everyone. Thanks for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about the Ubiquiti Smart Chime, which was just released. And I'm going to be talking about why we're going to be sending it back to them. So, this is the new Ubiquiti Chime for their Protect line of cameras. So what this is meant to do, so the box is pretty small, super simple. There's not really anything in there. It literally, apart from the chime and the little QR code. But I'm gonna try and keep this review pretty short because I'm obviously sending it back, so I'm not super happy about it. So why am I sending it back and why am I not happy about it? So this is the unit itself. As per usual, Ubiquiti style, it's well designed, it looks pretty nice, and there's fireworks going on in the background because it's still 4th of July fireworks. But this thing is a disaster, and this is one of the worst Ubiquiti products I've used in a really long time. You know, I have some issues with some of their other stuff, but you know, you can normally work it out or find something. But there's two things. I'll pull up the instructions on screen now. As you can see, there's absolutely no real useful troubleshooting. There's no links to FAQs. There's no links to support. It's just a really terrible, you know, like image-based. And I know why they're doing the image-based setup instructions. It's because they want to be multilingual, which is great. I appreciate that. That's really helpful. Pictures speak 1,000 words, as they say. But the problem is, it doesn't work. You know, you plug it in, you open up the Protect app, and then you get stuck. It couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi. I had to reset the device. But the problem is, if you look here, there is a reset button on the side, but there's no instructions on what you need to do to reset it. So I had to go through the community support on the website to try and find how to reset the device, which is kind of terrible when this is a brand new product, which has just come up early access and you don't have instructions, you know. But the main kicker of why I'm going to be sending this thing back is it's just not loud enough. It's just straight up not loud enough. I recorded the chime, and I'll play that for you now. So yeah, 80 decibels. 80 decibels max volume is not loud enough. Most doorbells, like the mechanical doorbells, are loud on this. Now, it's probably pretty useful if there's just like a workshop you have in the back of your house maybe, that is just so far away that you just can't have the doorbell anywhere in your house. But the problem is, I got one of these because we're pretty open plan living room. I thought, oh, I'm just get something louder and put it in the center of the house, so then hopefully all the rooms hear it. That way I don't have to. But it's so quiet. I put it dead center of the house, in the upstairs hallway, which is open to the downstairs, and the doorbell's loud on this. Mechanical chime doorbell is louder than this. So that's the reason why it's going back. Beyond the awful setup, which I really struggle with, is that there's no backup battery in this. It's off now. It's not going to work best. And then you can't change the chime. It's at max volume. You have, and I'll show you. I'll take a recording of this. I'll put a recording of the settings on screen. But it's crazy. There's no chime. There's just the one that it has right now. And that's crazy. What I want to be able to do, one of these, set different chimes, or if something else happens, I can connect with Home Assistant and say, if someone opens the door, it does a beep or something. But no, it's super limited. It uses Wi-Fi. It doesn't have a backup battery in it. It's just hard to recommend. So it's a real shame because I was really excited about this product because I was just hoping I could just buy a couple of them, put one over here and there. You know, if they're 20 bucks each, I would say go for it because if they're 20 bucks each, I can put one in each room. But I think the MSRP is $59.99 US, and then plus shipping and taxes. So, you know, it was 70 bucks after shipping to get to me. And at that price, I'm going to show you what I'm going to replace it with. So yeah, I'm going to replace this with this. And I haven't set this up yet. This is actually still sealed. This arrived today. So this is a little bit more expensive, but that's only because there's a backlog of them and Amazon is, you know, taking advantage. But technically MSRP, these are the same price from my understanding. I'm pretty sure this is 50 bucks and this is $59.99. So theoretically a cheaper device. And the cool thing, this is Z-Wave. So the nice thing with the Z-Wave as well is that if I press with the doorbell, it has to go through via Home Assistant to trigger this. But other things, so say if I have door sensors enabled, the door sensors you can set up Z-Wave to work without Home Assistant. You can just do a trigger And then Z will directly talk to this and trigger a specific siren, so like a beep. You know, like a lot of people have an alarm system which beeps as the door opens, so people know if someone's coming in and out. But like, there's 30 different sounds on this, and this goes up to 110 decibels. Every 3 decibels in loudness is twice as loud to the human hearing. So 80 decibels, 110 decibels. You can probably do the math on which one's going to be louder. And by how much. If people are interested, I'll do a follow-up on this because I haven't actually seen many people play around with these and show them working online. One more thing I want to do with this before it goes back to Ubiquiti, but I want to plug it into my desk here and ring it so you know just how quiet it is from me sitting 2 feet away. So the doorbell is plugged in. I'm going to connect to it. I'm on into my Unifi Protect up here, and I'm going to speaker volumes at 100%, and I'm going to do the test chime. I think really what I'd really like to see is Ubiquiti actually do proper pairing with Google Home or Alexa or what's Apple HomeKit, and then actually integrate with their doorbell devices so that when they press the doorbell, it actually does the announcements over the Google Home or A-Word, the other S-Word devices, and that'd be way more convenient, much better than this. It's a hard sell, it's a shame. Hopefully they come back with a version 2 in a year or so. It's just disappointing that this should probably still be in early access until you can change the times, you can be louder. I just don't know what they're thinking. It was rushed to market and it's a real shame. Anyway, if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.